I apologize once again if we're having some stream difficulties. I know that this is my first time streaming on Facebook. I just noticed that it seemed like everything dropped once again. So apologies for that. Okay. I'm sorry. This has been a bit hectic. Trying to get things set up. So we did do a bunch of test runs. I promise that this wasn't just like on the fly. We're trying to debug a bunch of stuff, but it is a bit of a challenge getting these new setups working, of course. Tuning into a different table, looks like East West have found their way to 3 clubs. I mean, the 6-0 fit, obviously not going to be all that pleasant from Declare. And it looks like Declare has kind of gone about the hand not pulling trumps, which means that, oh man, and Declare ends up roughing with the club ace to start pulling trumps, I guess. They do exit a low club, so well guessed here. North scooping up the club queen, and South is going to take 2 more club tricks from here. I mean, at least 2 more club tricks. It looks like South might even get 3 more club tricks now. Roughs the diamond, gets to exit a spade or a heart, and Declare is going to lose 2 more tricks. So this will be 3 down, meaning that the play in 3 no trump for Declare to go down 2 actually ended up being okay for the players over there. We'll jump back out. Still have 7 tables in play and only 30 seconds left on the round clock. They're just getting underway on this auction. I don't think they're going to have time to finish this board. I know that West tends to be a little bit of a slower player at the table, so that could be part of the reason why things have been slow here. We're getting a little bit of leeway from the tournament directors, it seems, updating the round times to try and let players finish a little bit more, but I think they're going to get cut off shortly. This time, it looks like we're going to get 3 no trump from the East, I would have to imagine. No. East with the... Oh, well, there we go. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Currently, we have 3 pairs that are over 70%. No Week, a Kinkolar, a Palma and Andrea, and Mink and Jorisk. Let's see if we can find one of those pairs to follow for this round, at least for the start. We do have Andrea and a Palma here, a couple of Italians. We're waiting on an opening bid. I mean, looking at this hand, West has most of the values here. East getting to open in second seat. It looks like this table is just not getting underway. So we'll head to a different table. Let's check in, see if we can find one of our other leaders. I'm looking around. We have Mink and Jorisk down here. So pass a diamond by East, 2 heart overcall by South. Looks like it is a preemptive overcall. West gets to bid 2 spades. Spade raise, and West deciding just to bid 4 spades. I think it's somewhat sensible, but West has a big hand, right? They have an 18 count opposite partner's opening bid, no heart losers. So I think that it would have made a lot of sense to at least put a little bit of effort in looking for slam here. Like, what could West have done? West could have cubed 4 hearts on their way to 4 spades. But Declare may well, okay, I was going to say Declare may well have an opportunity to make 13 tricks here. They elect to lead clubs first before touching trumps. I mean, with 9 trumps, especially with the preempt in South, it would make a lot of sense to just cash the ace-king of spades. But so now Declare can pull a couple of rounds of trumps and then lead a diamond up towards this king-jack and dummy. And North, looking at ace-third, might think, hey, Declare's on a diamond guess, right? And if they duck, then it would be possible for Declare to run all the major suit tricks, and North will get show up squeezed in clubs, basically. I mean, North will basically get squeezed in clubs, and diamonds is what would happen. So Declare wouldn't need to guess to, say, finesse the 10 of clubs on the 3rd round of the suit. So there's 3 rounds of trumps, and now a very important play, lead the 6 of diamonds out of hand. You know, a lot of players get conditioned into, oh, I have queen doubleton opposite king jack, I want to unblock the queen. This is a big no-no because you realize that there's only one more loser on this hand, and yeah, North scoops up the diamond ace, does play back a club instead of a heart, no problem there, because Declare had the king of hearts anyway. But Declare has the rest of the tricks. So opportunity missed, I think, to possibly take an over trick here. Declare still playing the hand out for fun. We'll jump around to a different table now. See if we can catch up with one of our other leaders. Yes, here they are. They're getting started on board 14, the second board of this round. And East-West have a lot of clubs. 12 of them. So East not going to open in first seat. The first question is, will South open with the 10 count there? 5-4-4, a couple of good spot cards. There's 10s in the red suits, 9 of spades even. South says no, doesn't open. West, despite having an opening bid in first seat, elects to preempt in third seat. Makes a lot of sense at no one vulnerable. And now North has a singleton club, but only 10 highs, a couple jacks, not exactly great cards. Does decide to just pass, and I think North is expecting this to pass out, but South is going to have other plans. I mean, the first question for East will be, does East raise? And if so, how high? Yeah, East bids 5 clubs directly. I think that might be a bit of an error. Wow, and North doesn't even double. No, that can't be a good decision. I mean, East is a passed hand, West is preempting, North has 2 aces. You have to double this for sure. I mean, honestly, South probably should have doubled as just a general takeout type bid as a passed hand. But yikes. So North-South do not collect a penalty. Maybe this is the reason East-West have been winning all day. They've been getting gifts like this from their opponents. I mean, the 5-club bid put a lot of pressure on, and I don't know if North-South would have ended up defending 5 clubs doubled, or if they would have mistakenly bid on to 5 hearts and gone down. It looks like that contract has 3 losers from what I'm seeing. Maybe. I mean, maybe that's not true. Maybe on a club lead, Declare can make 5 hearts, in fact. But either way, the 5 clubs doubled would have been a much better result. And it looks like North-South are electing to just cash out here. They could have given Declare a little bit more trouble if they had not set up this Queen of Diamonds for a spade discard. But this is just going to be down 2 from here. One more spade trick to come. And Declare can just claim. So pretty quick hand. Let's tune into some of the other tables now, see how they're doing on this one. And yeah, look, 5 hearts has been bid. And guess what? It has been made for North-South. So obviously the penalty against 5 clubs would have been nice, plus 300 or even just plus 100. But 450, the better result for North-South on this board. We'll check in on a couple more tables. Over here, we're getting started on board 15. So bidding just getting underway. South opens 2 clubs. This looks like it might be a precision style system or possibly a Polish style system where 2 clubs could be a 5-card club suit and a side 4-card major. 2 clubs going to pass around to East, who will definitely balance with 2 hearts. Whoa! East just passes out 2 clubs. Crazy. Now, I wonder if that's because 2 clubs did not get an alert. This is a little bit of the danger of playing online bridge and these speedball events that you really better alert for this. Otherwise, there might be a little bit of recourse, but sometimes it's hard for the tournament directors to adjust. I do wonder if East thought that 2 clubs was just a natural strong bid and North had mistakenly passed, so they just instantly passed it out. But yeah, opposite a, kind of minimum opening range, long club suit, East with the singleton club, of course, would want to balance here, showing their heart fit. So this is not going to be the way the auction starts in most of the other rooms. I think there's a good chance that East-West will find their way into a heart contract. And in the meantime, in 2 clubs, I mean, with clubs 5-1 against, West's going to get in with this club queen and can play back a heart to force, but they play back a spade. So this is going to give Declare that spade finesse and the extra entry to dummy that they needed. Now Declare can just cash a couple of clubs and knock out and start playing diamonds. The diamonds run. Not the best defense from East-West. I mean, we can't really fault ChampBot. ChampBot is a champion, and ChampBot always does the right thing. But yeah, Declare can just throw a harder spade on this trick and then start running diamonds. West can rough in whenever they want, but that's the last trick they'll get. So Declare actually makes 3 in 2 clubs despite the bad trump split. We'll head off to a different room now. Continue following some of the other tables. Yeah, South opens a club on this one at many of the tables, not playing this Polish style 2-club opener or precision style. So club pass a diamond is going to be the way it starts in most rooms. Maybe a club pass a no trump if North doesn't want to bid 1 diamond with the 5 small. North does have decent holdings in both major suits. Okay, so there was no alert on 1 club, but North alerts 1 diamond, 0 to 8. So they're probably playing a precision system. But that doesn't make any sense. South has a 14 count. I'm a little bit confused as to what's going on. East also may be a little bit confused because they jumped to 4 hearts with whatever that garbage hand is. 10 count, 7-card heart suit, terrible trumps. If you wanted to get in the way of the opponents and preempt, you definitely could try 3 hearts. Honestly, 2 hearts is probably more than enough with such bad hearts. But yeah, 4 hearts, big bid. And no one bids again. So 4 hearts undoubled is where we stand. I mean, 4 easy tricks for the defense. South gets off to a club lead, which does not hurt. And Declare has a lot of guesswork to do if they want to come anywhere close to making 9 tricks on this hand. It seems to me like Declare is probably going to lose 2 diamonds, 2 spades, and 2 hearts. For down 3, maybe they get to rough a diamond instead of losing one of those tricks. So either they'll get to rough a diamond or the defense will pull trumps and they only lose 1 heart. I suppose that's possible. Yeah, and Declare does start the diamonds correctly here. South having opened the bidding, and with North showing fewer values, decides not to hook South for the diamond queen. They just decide to just lead up towards the diamond king. So we'll probably see a trump switch from South. I don't really see an alternative here. You know the club position from the opening lead and the way Declare had played. If Declare had ace doubleton of clubs, they definitely would have put up the queen at trick 1. You know Declare is trying to rough a diamond, leading away from the ace of spades looks bad. Wow. Okay, so the 10 of hearts goes around. Declare does not cover, just so that they can play a diamond to the king, rough a club, rough a diamond, rough a club, basically. Try and pull trumps. I mean, I imagine they'll probably try a spade finesse since they're over here. May as well. If North doesn't split, Declare could in fact put in the 10 of spades here, but you never really expect the opponents to do something like that. North, of course, had a full count on Declare's hand. There's no way Declare would be bidding 4 hearts with only 6 trumps. Declare has turned up with 3 diamonds, 1 club, at 7 hearts, therefore 2 spades, so no harm in splitting the queen jack of spades there. Little bit of a mistake, doesn't end up costing. So Declare gets out for down 2. It could have been a lot worse if North-South had doubled, but they elect not to. Let's head out, see who's still playing this round. We got 4 tables still in play. Just getting underway with the auction. Still have 1 minute and 40 seconds left in the round. But wow, East-West have put up a monster card at this table. 90% on this round alone. South opens a club showing 2+, a 1 diamond, just natural. East comes in with 1 heart. I think a much more practical decision on the East cards than the 4 hearts we saw in the other room. South makes a support double. Oh, never mind. South's double shows long clubs. Fancy. I think that it is important being able to distinguish between what your minor suit is. When you play this 1 club that is becoming a lot more popular, at least among modern bridge players, that could have only a doubleton here, you really do want a way to tell your partner whether you have clubs or diamonds, because that's a way to fall behind the rest of the field that just plays natural minor suit openers. So North getting to bid a no trump, East bidding 2 hearts. And 2 hearts is where we stand. Now, we saw the other room ended up taking 8 tricks in a heart contract. I think it is somewhat likely that that will happen again. I mean, for one thing, South has to find an opening lead. Nothing looks all that attractive. Starts with the diamond ace. This will allow Declare to ruff a diamond in the west hand. Oh, and it looks like we are done with the round. Unfortunately, ran out of time. We still have the same 3 pairs sitting at the top of the standings, and there's such a big gap between 3rd and 4th place that I think these are going to be the 3 pairs to watch out for. Let's try and find them. Our top-seeded pair up here on the first table. No Weak and a Kinkelar sitting east-west. So West opens a diamond, got the 13 count. North, are they going to overcall heart with the 5-card heart suit? Elects not to. North a little bit more of a conservative bidder than some of the rest of the field. So this is just going to start a diamond to heart, or a diamond to spade, I'm sorry, by East. No reason for South to come into this auction between 2 bidding opponents, especially when one of them is bidding their spade suit. So South will pass, West will bid a no trump, and I think that's where we're going to end. 1 no trump in the West. North will get off to a heart lead, which does help Declare an awful lot, given that Declare is so lacking in terms of trick sources. And then it's going to be about trying to guess the diamond suit, I imagine. There's not enough entries to the East hand to set up the spades. And if you do, by that time, the opponents will set up clubs. So I think Declare is going to have to work on diamonds. It does seem very natural to lead a diamond to the queen and a diamond back to the 10, both because North, having led hearts, has longer hearts and therefore more likely to be shorter in diamonds, but also because you can pick up, say, a Jack doubleton of diamonds with South. You can't really pick up a Jack doubleton of diamonds with North, at least not in a safe way, since you're missing that 8 of diamonds. Wow, South balances 2 clubs. You really do, when you're non-vulnerable at match points, want to find a way to come into auctions like this. And I think especially opposite a partner who's being ultra conservative in their bidding, you really do want to kind of make up for that by being a little bit more aggressive on your end. Now, I wonder if this is going to work out because, I mean, certainly 2 clubs should end the auction. There's no reason for East to come back in with 6 high card points, no spade fit. And so East does very well to pass. But would 1 no trump have gone down multiple tricks vulnerable? I think it might have. And West on opening lead elects to try the Jack doubleton of spades. Leading partner suit, frequently a good decision, for sure. But Declare now just gets to set up the spade suit. eventually planning to ruff that 8 of spades in the north hand, or at least lead the 8 of spades and see what West does. If West roughs in with a high trump, then maybe Declare chooses not to overruff. So East gets in and switches to a trump, which does make a lot of sense. And this causes some problems for Declare. Now, East actually switches to a low club instead of the 9 or 8. A little bit surprising. Heart comes back to the king. West is in. Yeah, and so if East had switched to the 9 or 8 of clubs, West actually could have continued a club here to prevent the spade ruff. But now West is unable to play back a club. So the 10 of diamonds comes. Declare could duck this trick, which would be kind of a big play. And this allows Declare to steal an extra entry back to the south hand. So now up with the ace of diamonds. Can at this point ruff a diamond, lead the 8 of spades to try and ruff that trick. The problem for Declare is that they're running out of trumps a little bit. So even though the 8 of spades gets ruffed, to get back to the south hand, you would have to ruff a diamond. Or do this. Actually, yeah, this has worked out beautifully for Declare. Because now this heart gets ruffed and Declare can just cash the ace of clubs and play back another club. So plus 90. I mean, it looks like North-South are thrilled to have gone plus on this hand. Maybe having a little discussion about North can overcall with their 5-card major, especially favorable. Taking a look around, let's jump into one of our other leaders tables, if I can find them. I'm keeping an eye out. Looks like they've been relegated to the bottom of the screen. Bottom of the table list. A couple passes go around to South, who opens a diamond in third seat. Good lead direct there. I think a lot of pairs would be drawn towards a no trump in third seed on these South cards. Try and prevent the opponents from finding a major suit fit if they have one. Might not have been successful here. I mean, West could overcall to show both majors after a no trump opener with the 5-4. So yeah, East-West have stumbled into spades. South can raise clubs here, and does. Very good. North-South have found their minor suit fit, but of course East-West have found their major suit fit. 3 clubs is going to pass back around to East. And East does have 4 spades, but has terrible shape. Most of their values are in clubs, but of course with 9 trumps, does want to compete to the 3 level. And so North has a bit of a problem. Kind of a maximum in terms of values, does decide to double. Good judgment here by North. And this is going to be pretty bloody for East-West. I mean, there are 6 top tricks in the red suits to start with, but then beyond that, Declare still has to guess this Queen of Trumps in South's hand. So Ace of Hearts lead, Ace from Ace King. A good way to start off the defense. Switches to the Jack of Diamonds, which holds. And I think South probably should have overtaken the Jack of Diamonds with the Queen. I mean, South knows that just cashing 3 rounds of diamonds is probably a good way for the defense to start. And South also knows that North might be a little bit nervous about the heart holding, given that they're looking at the Queen. So for a lot of reasons, South wants to be the one that's on lead and not North. But North had a second diamond, so. North ends up pitching a heart, just in the hopes that South has the Ace of Spades and could win the Ace of Spades and give them a heart ruff. Or the Ace of Clubs, for that matter. South could have the Club Ace and get the heart ruff once again. So a club runs around to the Ace, and now Declare needs to guess what's going on in the Trump suit. Starts with the Spade Ace. And the big decision will be if you play a spade to the king or a spade to the 10 at this point. I think West should have enough of a count on North's hand that they should know North has a doubleton spade. North turned up with 3 hearts, 2 diamonds. Probably have 6 clubs for this club bid, I would imagine. I mean, not a guarantee there, but 3 spades doubled down 3. That is the second board of the round. We'll go around the room now and see if anyone else is doing a little bit better on these hands. Ooh, we have something spicy going on here. So South opens a club, showing 1 or more clubs systemically for them. West bids 2 diamonds. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the alerts. I mean, it looks like West is intending this as showing both majors. So they have alerted it. Is East going to clue into that fact? And I mean, if East does, are North-South going to do the same thing that we just saw? Are they going to double 3 spades if East bids it here? It was a really important double at match points, I think. Maybe that's not true, given that 3 clubs actually happens to go down for North-South. But if spades happen to split differently, then this would have been a really important double for North-South against 3 spades, because they would need to make up for their part score. Okay, I finally understand what's happening. 2 diamonds is either diamonds with a strong hand, so forcing overcall with good diamonds, or it is both majors. Now, most pairs would play a Michaels Q-bid in this type of situation as showing 5-5 in the majors, but it looks like East-West have defined it as 5-4 or better, maybe, is what's going on. So 3 hearts showing the both majors type hand. East is going to correct to 3 spades. And we'll see if North elects to double. I wonder if North is not going to double because partner opened in 3rd seat. Like, South could have a much weaker hand than this, having opened the bidding in 3rd seat. Now, once again, we see a non-one no trump opening bid in third on the South cards. So there's 3 spades. I have no idea what East was thinking about. I guess they were wondering if there was a chance that their side was making a game, but I don't think that's possible given that they have so many wasted values in clubs. I mean, if these were in the diamond suit, which has not been bid by North or South, then we might feel a little bit more hopeful about our chances in a game contract. So North over here needs to judge, are we going after this? North says no. And so North-South do well to defend on this board, given that they were not making 3 clubs. But from what we've seen at other tables, obviously, 3 spades did get doubled at one of them. I think we're going to head off to a different room. The play is not all that interesting here. I mean, guessing the trump queen, there's a little bit of work to do. But let's try and tune in to some of the other tables and take a look at board 18. I mean, most of the pairs have actually finished all 18 boards, so we're just getting underway. Uncontested auction to 4 spades here, and it looks like both heart honors are positioned poorly for Declare. So Declare taking the kind of 2 finesses in the same suit, which is a lot more likely to be successful than just taking 1 finesse in the club suit. But this is not going to work out for them. I mean, I suppose South gets end played into giving Declare an extra entry here. So there's an entry for the club finesse. Oh, wow. North pops up with the club king. So now Declare actually gets to unblock the clubs and use the 9 of spades entry to pitch a heart loser. Whoa. Yeah, and this is a great play by Declare here. Leads a diamond up to the queen. Now can unblock the club queen, cross to the 9 of spades, pitch a diamond on the jack of clubs, and try the heart finesse once again. So this would have stolen a trick if the king of hearts was in North's hand. So well done. And just a little bit of missed defense from South, but it was a tough, well, South and North for that matter, a little bit of missed defense. Just a tough problem. So Declare ends up making 11 tricks. Let's tune back in. We still have a couple tables in play. Looks like 3 no trump ended up being the contract over here. Despite the 6-3 spade fit, they ended up making 4. And I think we're back to our... This is the last table in play. They still have 1 board to go, board 18. We'll stick with them for the final board. And then we'll take a look at the leaders and who ends up winning the payout. There is, I think, 100 euros up for grabs and prize money, which is pretty nice. So spade by East. South, not quite enough values to come in with a takeout double. 2 spades by West. And we'll see what East does. Previously, I'd said ace king 6 of spades in a similar type hand. You would like to bid 3 no. I think ace queen 6 is right on the border here. And I don't know the best way to kind of get partner's opinion on whether 3 no or 4 spades is going to be better. But East elects to just bid 4 spades this time around. So final board, South on lead, leads the King of Hearts, which is a very natural opening lead from the South hand and is unfortunately going to give up a heart trick. So Declare is going to lose a heart, a diamond, and that's probably it from here. Club Finesse is working. You can pull trumps. So Ace of Spades, Queen of Spades. Make sure we preserve that King of Spades entry for as long as possible. Okay, or not. I mean, I suppose we have an entry in the heart suit itself at this point. But it doesn't really help us to gain extra entries to the West hand. We're mostly just trying to take that Club Finesse, and that's it after pulling trumps. Diamond goes around to the king. South scoops it up, plays back another diamond. And there's no real delay in taking this club hook. In fact, Declare probably knows the King of Clubs is on side at this point. South has turned up with Ace Jack of Diamonds, King Queen of Hearts, a doubleton spade. South would absolutely have made a takeout double with a 13 count here. So you could, in fact, even just claim that the King of Clubs is on side. Still has a heart entry and a spade entry to take that club hook. But it looks like Declare just being careful about managing the play, although the round clock is ticking down. Ticking down slowly. All right, there it is. Club to the queen. We can claim the rest. That will wrap up the final round of play. 6 rounds in total. And let's check out who won. So we have a little bit of a mix-up, in fact. The 4th place pair, the pair who ended in 4th, was leading throughout much of the event. But they did not end up... finishing in the top 3. So A Palma and Andrea, congrats to them. 68% game, quite strong. They finished first, take home the €30 prize, or €50 prize, I think. Mink and Joris are in second, and Vitalia and Petrokar end up finishing in third. Looks like there's a couple boards that haven't been scored yet, I'm noticing, but it does seem like these are going to be our top 3. So congrats to our winners. It was suggested to me, and I think this is a good idea, to extend the stream a little bit. I know we're testing things out, but I want to show off one of the other features on the Bridge Champ website. So that of course is going to wrap up coverage of the event. And I'm sorry once again that I got the start time wrong. This is all my fault. But we will continue playing a little bit. So this is kind of a fun little thing to do. I think once a week they host a celebrity. They have, is it Andrea Mano or is it Augustin Medalla? I'm the Andrea Mano challenge that they have once a week. So he plays a couple of boards, 5 boards maybe, it looks like. And these are going to be scored. Oh, I never know these things. Are these scored match points or are these scored imps? I'm going to assume it's board a match, but let's take a look. Couple passes. So we're playing with the robots here. We pick up an 18 count in third seat. We'll open a diamond. And we're not going to do like a deep dive onto all of these hands. We're just going to kind of show off the feature a little bit. So a diamond, a heart. I'm going to bid 1 spade. Don't really have enough to jump shift, I don't think. Partner bids a no trump, so 2 hearts should show extra values here. And yeah, if we hover over the bid, we can see what we're supposed to be showing with these hands. So I'm showing my shape and showing my extra values, and then partner will effectively be the one who gets to place the final contract. Partner bids 4 hearts. Very good. And we go over to partner's seat to play it. Wow, partner has shortness opposite my shortness, huh? So club opening lead goes to the ace. The ace of spades gets cashed. And then a diamond comes through. Our only main objective here is going to be to ruff the jack of clubs and dummy, so that we can pitch. Oh, actually, we don't even need to do that anymore. I just realized with this diamond switch, we can pitch clubs on the 4th round of spades. So let's make sure we scoop up our free diamond finesse. I don't see any reason to play the hearts in an unusual manner, so let's cash the ace king of hearts. And the jack comes home, and there is a claim button behind my camera, so we have the rest of the tricks, pulling trumps. Very good. Let's go on to the next hand. So I wonder if we're going to get a summary at the end. Again, I don't want to show off like all the scores, because then people will, I suppose in theory, be able to figure out what happened at the other table. We got 15 count. We'll open no trump, 15 to 17. Stamen, we do in fact have spades here. Show our 4-card spade suit. So partner has hearts, game force. A little bit of a better convention would be to play puppet stamen in these sequences. Diamond opening lead. We got 4, 5, 6, 7 tricks off the top. Looks productive to work on the club suit. So I think I'm going to win this trick in my hand and play the clubs in the most normal way, run the 10 on the first round. Okay, West goes up with the club ace. A bit of a surprising play, and continues another diamond. I mean, I guess it's tempting to win and just take another club finesse, right? So let's do that. Now a spade comes through. Gotta be percentage to just play for the clubs to break. I also kind of believe they don't. But if East has the spade king, we can later guess to exit a spade in the end position, and East might be end played into leading clubs up to us. So it doesn't seem like there's any reason to take the spade finesse here. I mean, unless we want to get greedy and play for a lot of over tricks. But if I duck this and it loses, West will cash 3 more diamonds and we go down 2. I think we want to avoid doing that at board a match. So let's go ahead and cash a couple of hearts. Ooh, West pitched a diamond there. And another diamond. I see. I see. Sounds like the King of Spades is on side then, right? Okay, I'm going to trust West defense here. I mean, if West had the King of Spades, they would just be pitching all of their all of their spade cards. So I'll lead a spade. East does take the king, and now we're completely safe. East's best play would be to play back a club, but I guess they return a spade, and East has a club winner at the end. Very good. We do end up making 3 now, though, so that feels like a pretty good result. We pick up another big hand. I actually wonder if these hands are designed so that we have most of the values at the table. I think it's certainly sometimes a little bit more fun to play that way. Yikes. Is this actually not our hand anymore? We're non-vulnerable, so maybe it's worthwhile making a takeout double anyway. Tricky position. I guess I'm going to double because we're non-vulnerable. If partner has clubs or a diamond fit, competing to 4 diamonds and getting doubled, hopefully I can take 9 tricks. Wow. 4 hearts passes back around to me. I mean, I think we have to double this. Ace King of Clubs very likely to cash with no one bidding clubs in this auction. We just have too many high cards. I don't know if we're supposed to lead ace or king from ace king with this robot, so I'll just lead the ace of clubs. Ace 4, 3, 5. I also don't know what partners' carding methods are. Would be helpful to know all of that information. I'm just going to cash the king of clubs. And I suppose I'm going to take my other aces before doing anything else. Do I need to be careful? I'm a little bit worried if I don't take the ace of spades, it might go on the jack of clubs. Okay. Well, that doesn't look good for us. And it seems like we might have really messed up the play. They pick off our singleton king as well. Yeah, now they get to cash the king, queen of spades if necessary. But their hand is all good. All of their diamonds are high. Yikes. So we could have beat this if we were a little bit less aggressive and cashing all of our aces and kings, I suppose. Like if I just exited the king of hearts at like trick 2 or something. Maybe not. Maybe they can still do everything. Anyway, that's probably going to be a push, is my guess. Pass, pass, a spade. We have both minors. We'll bid 2-no. Partner bids 3 clubs. I don't see any reason to continue bidding on. Partner might not even have a fit with us. Oh, they do. Oh my. Oh, whoa. Wait a second, partner. You have a huge hand over there. Why are we not in game? Oh, no. So Yeah, partner as a passed hand has a complete maximum with a fit for both of our minors. I mean, I know that they have a lot of values in the majors. Probably not enough to just bid 3-0 on their own. But I would be very tempted to bid something like 3 spades, showing a good hand in support of diamonds on their cards. And then I would honestly bid 3-0 with my hand. I do happen to have stoppers in both majors, but partner basically can't expect me to have stoppers in both majors. I would just be bidding 3-0, giving them an option, and they'd be thrilled to pass with this hand. So a little bit of a miss on our side, not getting to the game here. We get the Queen of Hearts lead. I guess I'm going to use the entries to the south hand to hook west for, well, east. Over here on our left for the Jack of Clubs. That makes a lot of sense to me. They probably would have led a singleton diamond if they had it, so diamonds are very likely to be splitting. In fact, I think it's very likely that left-hand opponent is exactly 4-5-2-2 in shape, given that there was no spade bid by either player. So let's win the Ace of Hearts, and let's lead a club up. Okay. Club comes back. Ah, so they do have a singleton diamond. Interesting. So with Ace Jack third of clubs, they didn't want to lead a singleton in my suit. I mean, I guess that's not entirely true. Right-hand opponent could have 5 spades. Anyway, let's pull the last trump. But we know that left-hand opponent has turned up with... Oh, I'm sorry. I had the opening bid wrong. I thought they opened a heart. I mean, they did lead the Queen of Hearts. I guess that threw me off. So they have started with 5 spades, and I think for a similar reason with no heart bid, it's very likely hearts are 4-4. I no longer have the entries to take a roughing hook against the King of Spades, though. I was using my entries to pull trumps, and it looked like that was the right thing to do. So now let's just cash a high diamond. I see West threw a heart, or left-hand opponent threw a heart. So what is their shape? They started with 3 clubs, at least 5 spades. So how do I avoid losing 2 more diamond tricks, I guess is the real question. I'm staring at this for just a second. What do I think West shape is? Let's say, or left-hand opponent's shape is. Let's say they're 5-5-0-3. So that means right-hand opponent is still sitting on 1 more heart, 2 spades, and 4 diamonds. So I can, okay, I think I can squeeze right-hand opponent. I'm going to need to guess their shape, but if they have exactly this shape, I could lead the 9 of diamonds, they'll cover. I win the king. I ruff a heart, and then I cash my, which will strip them of their last heart, and then I cash a club. And if they come down to a singleton spade and 3 diamonds remaining, I cash the ace of spades, stripping them of their spade. And then I exit the 6 of diamonds, and they're end played into leading away from their remaining diamond card. If, on the other hand, they still have 2 hearts remaining, and therefore what? 4 diamonds and just 1 spade? Then I guess I can't do anything. But it looks like I don't go down any more tricks if I take this line of play. So let's go ahead